guys, what's up? It's Ethan Elbing. I'm here to do a review for someone named Dante. He's Slow Death by Grindcore, and this review is kind of for him and for everyone else. And he keeps telling me to review Hatred Surge's Deconstruct album, which is what I'm doing. And I just haven't gotten around to doing it. School's been really busy. I've been kind of lazy when it comes to doing that stuff, but I've been setting aside more time to do reviews, more time to do my things I really love to do, and that's review music. And today I'm going to be reviewing Hatred Surge's Deconstruct for you guys and Dante. Check out his channel, it'll be below. This is for you. Now, Hatred Surge is a Powerviolence band from Austin, Texas. One of the founding members is Alex Hughes of Insect Warfare. He was a bass player there. And Hatred Surge, they are a Powerviolence band, but they have a very distinct sound when it comes to Powerviolence. A lot of times, Powerviolence bands can fall into this muck where bands tend to sound very similar. And that's to be expected with any genre like that. Fast genre, there's only so much you can really do. But Hatred Surge is a band that always comes up with something new to do and something very catchy and something very awesome in everything I've heard by them. This is one of my favorite bands, one of my favorite albums of all time, let alone my favorite album by them. They're self-titled. Initially, not this album. There was a self-titled that featured only male vocals, which was cool. But the vocalist was male, and it was just very growly, very shouty. And this album brings in a new member, and they now have a female vocalist. There's also the regular vocalist who does stuff as well, but then now there's a female vocalist, and I was really hyped on that when I heard this album. I love female vocalists. I love the style that they bring to a band. I love the raw aggression they bring to a band. I think that when there's a female vocalist, it makes it sound very, very angry and almost unsettling, but I love it. Very chaotic, and her vocal style is tremendous. 16 tracks here, and her vocal style just shines when she's moving through lyrics, when she's moving through verses, and when she holds longer screamy yell things. She doesn't really scream, she more or less yells, and I think that's what's really cool about her vocal style. The regular vocals are still there. In the song Dark Circles, there's very low, I think it's Dark Circles, very low growls, more lower range vocals, and then there's these mid-range kind of agonizing screams that the regular vocalist does, and then when she comes in on tracks, she adds a very, I don't know how to describe it, just a very unsettling, awesome sound. Her vocal style is great, and it fits this album perfectly. I wouldn't have it any differently. The mixing of the two vocalists over another when they overlap or when they do things together like a call and response is just great. So I'm really hyped on that. When I heard this album, I heard the female vocalist, I was just blown away. I loved it so much. The riffs are great. The fast riffs are fast. No filler on any of these songs. There's not one song that's a filler song. Every song cuts right to the point. Even on the slower songs, the chugging, sludgy riffs are just perfect. They sound great, and every riff is memorable. And that's what's about this album. It's 16 tracks, but I listen to the whole album all the way through every time I listen to it, because every track moves into the other one, every track fits nicely, and every track has something it gives to the album. And if you listen to the album broken up, it's still just as good. It's still awesome Hatred Surge. But listening to it all at once definitely gives it a new vibe, and it tells us it's an album that builds and builds and builds, and when you're done with the 16th track, it's just an awesome experience, and I don't know how else to describe it besides listen to this album all the way through when you listen to it. My phone's ringing. The bass tone is great. I love it. It's very rattly, very steel sounding, very metallic, heavy. It adds just another dimension to this music. It's just bellowing. It's there. And I love it. It's noticeable. You can hear the bass lines. You can hear every instrument perfectly. Drum-wise, the drumming's really good. His blast beat style is great. He has great blast beats. Even a couple deep beat parts that he has really well. His fills are great. The timing is great. And everything about this album is just great. This is a Powerviolence gem in my eyes. I love this album so much. Everything comes together perfectly, and it's what makes Hatred Surge what it is. It's not just another Powerviolence band. It's not just another fast, chaotic Powerviolence band. It is a force. Hatred Surge, when I hear Hatred Surge, I know it's them, and I will always have a special place in my heart for Hatred Surge, and this album gets a 9 out of 10 from me. If you're new to Powerviolence, check out Deconstruct. If you're an old Powerviolence dude, check out Deconstruct. It hits every point, has the sludge aspects, has the blast beats, has the chaos, has the vocals, and the production just adds, it's not clean, but it's not dirty. It's very easy on the ears, yet heavy on the ears at the same time, if you know what I'm saying. Clean enough to hear the instrument, which adds to the heaviness. I think there's a lot of times when people hate when music is very produced. This is not very produced. Nothing's triggered. There's none of that. But it is a clean sound where everything can be heard, and it adds to that chaos. And just there's really not many things I can point out that are really bad about this album anyway. But I give it an out of 10 because there might be something better that they release, and nothing is ever perfect. There will always be something a little bit better, and I think Hatred Surge is going to bring that to the table if they release anything in the future. And I will be sure to review it and love it. So, Hatred Surge, Deconstruct, 9 out of 10. Link to Dante's YouTube below, link to Hatred Surge's MySpace below, and a link to a song if it's up here below as well. So thank you for watching.